cell phone numbers through number porting. They then ask the WhatsApp contacts of the victim for emergency cash via e-wallet technology. Attorney Russell Luck speaks to us about this. A very good morning to you, Russell Luck. Tell us more about your findings.
Good morning, Jane. Great to be back. Well, 2020 has kicked off with a number of data breaches and security scares. In South Africa particularly, number porting is a very big security risk, whereby people can access your telephone number and very simply, with a few basic credentials, they can then go to the cell phone companies and then ask for a SIM port. They then switch your network from, say, Vodacom to MTN. And many times, because people get so many spam SMSs, they don't realize that the request to have your number ported across is actually legitimate. It's not a spam message. And the old protocols with certain cell phone companies was that when you received an SMS requesting to have your number ported to a different network, if you did not reply no, it was deemed as a yes, which means that if you ignored that SMS message, your number would be ported across, say, from Vodacom to MTN. And then through that, criminals basically gain control of your cell phone and then wreak an array of havoc. One method of doing so is through WhatsApp.
All right, and what do they want? What are they asking for?
So it actually depends. In many instances, it is, for example, monetary payments. People will make messages like, I'm in desperate help, please, I need money, please send now. Another way of doing it is they actually use things like sextortion, where they would say, I've seized control of your phone and your WhatsApp. I have naked pictures of you and compromising material on you, and unless you pay me $1,000 into bank account XYZ, I'm going to expose the sensitive material to the rest of the world.
And the problem is, isn't it, that you think it is
relatively successful?
It's coming from your friend, so I guess many people have complied with this. Is there any way you can trace the perpetrators? Do we know who they are?
Excellent question. Often, yes. There are a number of ways, I think, things that we couldn't really mention on air, but if you sit with specialist experts in the field, people like forensic, specialist tech auditors and forensic auditors, yes, we can track the perpetrators and wrongdoers in many instances, but every case is on its own merits and depends how sophisticated the criminals are in each instance.
If somebody thinks that this has happened to them, what should they do, and how can they prevent this from happening in the first place?
Excellent question. So the quickest way of dealing with if your identity has been breached and you've been hacked on WhatsApp is to contact WhatsApp directly on one of their helplines and notify them. I think, and then of course send a message out, just a posting on your other social media platforms of yours saying, "Hi, my phone's been hacked, please ignore messages." And then going forward, WhatsApp actually has a number of security safeguards built into it. For example, a two-system verification code where in order to alternate between one phone or another, one set of details from another, it's not just a case of putting in your cell phone number, you need extra security details involved. And WhatsApp also enables a PIN interface, where before you can access WhatsApp at all, you have to put in your security PIN in order to gain control of that WhatsApp account. So the quickest way is notify WhatsApp, and then in future use the built-in mechanisms to enhance your security credentials using the app.
Because when I was reading about this morning, it seems that service providers here aren't doing enough. They're not acting quickly enough.
Unfortunately, that is often the case, and without being too critical of the cell phone companies, large corporates are always slow to act, and that's just the nature of the beast. Now, if a client comes to us, we can't really there's no point in saying to them, listen, we're sorry this has happened, the cell phone companies aren't doing enough. While on the one hand, they certainly could be brought to task for reacting quicker and basically locking down numbers and doing more before porting numbers across. The quickest way for anyone who's had their WhatsApp account breached is to take matters into their own hands and, as mentioned, change their passwords, contact WhatsApp, and I think also contact then technology experts who can track down the perpetrators.
Good talking to you, Russell. Thank you. Lots more still to come. The skies are grey.